Hi Cancer, welcome to Higher Source Tarot for your weekly tarot check for the week of May 17th through May 24th, 2020. This is for all Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I want to thank everyone who's been watching my readings. I really love doing them for you, and I appreciate that support. Thank you too for subscribing, commenting, liking, and sharing videos. And if you're new, I'd love to have you as a subscriber. Tap that bell if you want to be notified when new videos are posted, which is about once a week. So last week I did, actually a couple days ago, I did a mid-month reading for the month of May. And I also posted a seasonal tarot check, which was a reading for the months of May, June, July, August, if you're interested in that. So I'll be back again for a June tarot reading or a tarot check. That'll be coming up here shortly, probably next week sometime, and then another weekly. So I did add a new reading to the lineup, and that's a love tarot. That'll be the first Friday of every month. So here we go. This is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is for Cancer. Now keep in mind, guys, time is fluid, okay? So it may not be fully contained. The energy may not be contained in just this week, but this is for Cancer. If this doesn't resonate with you, check out another part of your chart. Check out, if this is your Sun, check out your Moon, Rising, or Venus. Sometimes those can really be spot on. So we will start off, if you're new, we go day by day on these weekly checks. So Sunday, you've got the Three of Wands. Excuse me. Monday, you have the Six of Cups. Tuesday, you've got the Seven of Wands. Wednesday, you've got the Queen of Swords. Thursday, you have the Emperor. Interesting. Friday, you have the Hierophant. Saturday, you've got the Two of Swords. And then Sunday, you've got the Four of Pentacles here. So, right off the bat, I do think you're going to have some reunions here with people you haven't seen in a while. I'm not necessarily getting a huge, strong love connection here coming in this week. Certainly, if you do have a significant other in your life who's an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, certainly Aries could be relevant to that. But, for those of you that are single and have been for a long time, you can draw love into you. You really can. And so through the readings, I do share what I've learned, not only as a fully licensed clinician, but also from somebody who's been studying the law of attraction for over 30 years. And I share that with you because a lot of people don't realize they're creating their own life, whether they're doing it deliberately or by default. So you start off here, and on Sunday, you've got this Three of Wands. And I do think you're, not only are you kind of taking a look at your life and kind of figuring out what to do next, I also think you may be waiting on something. There may be, it may really be like you're waiting on figuring out what to do with your career path. And this has to do with choosing a different path, or it could be about a relationship where you're not sure about a relationship and possibly choosing a different direction with it, whether it's to continue. This can be too about waiting on somebody to come back into your life, and you have it again with the Six of Cups. So if that's you, the universe likes speed. Think about that person's positive aspects and then write them down. And every single day for 30 days, read those positive aspects. And anytime in between that you have a negative thought about this person, read about their positive aspects. Remind yourself, and that's who you're going to attract back into your life. And you have it indicated here again on Monday. Now, this can be a romantic card, and for some of you it may well be. It's a sentimental longing. That's what the Six of Cups really signifies. It's a sense of nostalgia. And I also see that a lot with the Three of Wands here too, where you're kind of looking at your life, and there's progress though here. And with both cards, there's progress certainly with the Three of Wands. So if you've been wondering about somebody coming back into your life, if they don't show up this week, they're definitely thinking about you, and they're wondering about you and wanting to reconnect with you, even if it's not a love interest and it's a friend or somebody that you've had some kind of falling out with. They are interested in reconnecting. Now you do have Tuesday, the Seven of Wands here. And there's going to be some obstacles that get in your way. It may be with work. It may even be just technology related, where there's some things that kind of suddenly don't work, or there's like, even I feel like there's a sudden kind of new project that comes into play, or a new client or something like that, where they're very difficult to please, but you keep trying. You keep kind of putting on your game face and moving forward with this person. And it's short-lived. It's not like it's it's a 7, I believe I did say that. So it's with a 7, that's always something that's a fortunate number. And so when there is conflict associated with it, it's not life-changing. It's just more of a short-lived kind of inconvenience here. But I do think this person's somewhat difficult to please. And on Wednesday, you're going to be getting that energy continued. There's communication coming. They're very clear, though, about what they want. That's the good news. So even though they have very high expectations and they're kind of intimidating, I feel like they are used to getting what they want. Everyone around them sees that and knows it. And so it can make people kind of uneasy around them. Like they don't want to make this person upset in some way. But it's a very intelligent woman. They're highly intellectual, or it could be a man too, actually. But it's whoever this is, they're very intelligent, and they will laud you with praise if you do make things go in the right direction. They will be very quick to communicate, to write Yelp reviews, Google reviews, put things on TripAdvisor, whatever the case may be. They will say it loud and proud. But if you mess up, then they're very quick to judge, to condemn, to correct. So I think it brings in a little bit of tension in here. But I do think you do a good job. You do have the Emperor here. And I feel like the Queen of Swords could be related to this Hierophant too. Because the Queen of Swords can be someone who's very educated, like a lawyer, a scientist, a professor. And the Hierophant can represent higher education as well. So some of you, I think that you are, with this Emperor card, you're really an authority on something. There's some area of, again, it feels more like work, where you have a lot of knowledge and it's very well respected. And so for some of you, it's going to be a nice week to be in your own personal power here. It's interesting too, because he's the 4 and then the Hierophant's the 5. So very confident, authoritative. You've got nice momentum moving forward. It's not a very emotional card. I feel like, again, with the Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, really through the rest of the week, there's not a high emotional charge. It's really more practical energy. It's about making good decisions, and it's really about long-term decisions. So with this Hierophant, the Hierophant may be telling you just to be still and know that the universe is bringing in every single thing that you need. This is a card very much about spiritual beliefs, commitment, stability, and enduring. Okay, but the Hierophant does bring in a blessing to you. So if you felt like you've been really pushing against the current, working very hard with little reward, know that the rewards are coming. This is all about working together too. So I do feel like you have a strong indicator here with work that you're going to be working on something for someone who's demanding, but I do think it's going to create kind of a sense of conviviality with you and your coworkers, where it's kind of like, oh God, we survived that one. Now on Saturday here, you do have this 2 of Swords. And I do wonder for some of you, if you're contemplative about engaging in some kind of a relationship, like I said before, that you're just not completely sold on the idea of it. It's a very indecisive energy. It's, again, you've got this blindfold on. You also, too, with this 2 of Swords, you may feel like you're kind of caught in the middle of something. So I mentioned before, you could have somebody who comes back around that's not necessarily an ex, but it's a reconnection with somebody that you've had a falling out with. They may have had a falling out with a group of people, and it's putting you in the middle of it because they are not willing to make amends with the other people, or the other people are not willing to make amends with them. And so it just kind of puts you at this crossroads where you feel very trapped. But again, it's short-lived, and even if you don't know which path to take, it's really not a battle that you need to fight anyway. So you end on the Miser of the Tarot. It's the 4 of Pentacles. he's very protective of his pentacles. He's very protective of his money, not wanting to let go of this, not wanting to share things. Some of you may be feeling a bit more territorial over your property. For some of you, I think I had a reading a week ago about getting a house guest. That may be, if that was you, that may be related to this, where you are needing to set some boundaries about your things on your material plane. You also have some people around you, I think, that are rather jealous of you. You know, they see you accruing things, and instead of connecting with that energy and knowing the universe brings in abundance, they're very envious of it, and it's kind of a nasty energy. But do know that you've got a transformative energy, I think, that comes forward later. But for Sunday, you're just kind of not really wanting to share. You may not feel like talking to anybody either. You've had kind of a week of needing to please other people. So Sunday may be a good day for you just to recharge, renew, rejuvenate, be away from people so that you're not being depleted or needing to take care of anyone. If you're interested in attracting more love, this is an oracle card to attract more love. Actions speak loudly. Express your love through actions. So I do think that's in your nature anyway. Cancer is to do things, do acts, cook, bake, all that kind of stuff for people. So know that if that's what you're interested in doing, if you want to attract more love, those acts are noticed, and they really do communicate a vibration through the universe. This is a Louise Hay card. We're going to end on this. Life loves you. I practice loving kindness towards everyone, including myself. And this is where I think you need something with this Four of Pentacles. Are you as kind to yourself as you are to others? Finish this thought. One way I could be kinder to myself is... So sometimes we have to set boundaries because it insulates us from taking on too much. So I love you so much, Cancer. I will be back again in about a week to do another weekly check and also a June reading.